Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow now. Let's get started. The Bloodline's Jacob Fatu on WWE SmackDown loves to pay his respect to Solo Sikoa religiously. Recently, the former tag team champion acknowledged Bronson Reed's message, who was recently added to their team for the upcoming War Games match. Earlier this year, Jacob Fatu made a monstrous debut in the Stamford-based promotion and eventually took on the role of Sikoa's enforcer and decimated 3 top stars on Friday Night SmackDown. He quickly gained momentum, adding brute force to Sikoa's faction. Earlier this month, Bronson Reed decided to join Solo Sikoa and his team, becoming the 5th member of their War Games squad heading into WWE Survivor Series. Lately, Reed has been uploading social media posts with Jacob Fatu and praising the new tribal chief as well. Today, Fatu acknowledged Reed's message on X, FK Twitter, where the former NXT North American champion hyped up the duo of himself and the Samoan Werewolf. While there's no official confirmation on whether Bronson Reed has officially joined the Bloodline, it looks like there's a possibility he might stay with the faction even after WWE Survivor Series in Canada. Earlier this month, the OG Bloodline was dwindling against Solo Sikoa's faction when Sami Zayn decided to reunite with the Usos and Roman Reigns. However, the new tribal chief had a plan heading into the event in Canada. A few weeks ago, the Bloodline called out the original group, which led to an all-out brawl. During this segment, Bronson Reed made his presence felt and joined the villainous faction squad. The Osilla teamed up with the Samoan Werewolf, and the two decimated the original tribal chief in the middle of the ring. On the recent edition of Friday Night SmackDown, CM Punk appeared and became the 5th member of the OG Bloodline's team for War Games. It will be interesting to see which team will score the win in Canada and gain supremacy in the Bloodline saga. The wrestling world thrives on storytelling, rivalries, and unexpected twists. Among the many families dominating the sport, few have a legacy as rich and storied as the Inoue dynasty. Names like Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa are household staples in WWE, forming the cornerstone of the Bloodline faction. However, one name that fans have been yearning to see step into the WWE spotlight is none other than Jacob Fatu. Known for his fierce presence and dominant performances in Major League Wrestling, MLW, Jacob Fatu recently acknowledged a top WWE star's message that set social media buzzing. Surprisingly, the star in question was not Solo Sikoa, his Bloodline counterpart. Before diving into the specifics, it's essential to recognize Jacob Fatu's place within the Inoue family tree. He is a nephew of WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi and a cousin to Roman Reigns and the Usos. While many members of the family have achieved fame in WWE, Jacob carved his own path, becoming a marquee name in MLW. Known as the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu's blend of power, agility, and charisma makes him a standout performer in any promotion. Despite his absence from WWE, fans frequently speculate about his potential role in the Bloodline storyline, imagining him as either an ally or a rival to his cousins. This speculation intensified when Jacob Fatu took to social media to respond to a cryptic message from a WWE star, one who has a history with the Bloodline but isn't part of the Inoue family. The WWE star Jacob Fatu acknowledged was none other than Seth "Freakin' Rollins. The visionary and reigning world heavyweight champion is a name deeply intertwined with the Bloodline story. As a former Shield member and Roman Reigns' greatest rival, Rollins has been a thorn in the tribal chief's side for years. Rollins posted a tweet that read, "Legacy isn't just about where you come from, it's about what you fight for. Some battles are bigger than titles. Some family feuds are worth igniting. #stay hungry." While the message didn't explicitly name Jacob Fatu, fans quickly connected the dots. The use of family feuds and references to legacy seemed tailored for someone with Jacob's background. Adding fuel to the fire, Jacob retweeted Rollins' post with a simple response. "Say when, use." Jacob Fatu's response was short but impactful. The term use, meaning brother, carries weight in the Inoue family. While it's commonly used between Bloodline members in WWE, Jacob's use of the term for Rollins was provocative. Was this a challenge, an alliance, or simply a tease? Fans and wrestling insiders were quick to speculate. Some believe this exchange hinted at Jacob Fatu's potential WWE debut, aligning with or against the Bloodline. Others saw it as Jacob staking his claim in the ongoing narrative of Samoan dominance in professional wrestling. Jacob Fatu has previously spoken about his respect for his family's accomplishments in WWE, particularly Roman Reigns' historic run as Universal Champion. However, he's also emphasized his desire to create his own legacy. Responding to Rollins' message could be Jacob's way of signaling his readiness to step into WWE's world while maintaining his identity as a lone wolf. Seth Rollins' involvement in this budding feud is intriguing for several reasons. First, Rollins represents everything Jacob Fatu could aspire to be in WWE, a versatile performer who thrives in both the main event scene and in deeply personal rivalries. Second, Rollins' ongoing tension with Roman Reigns makes him the perfect foil for the Bloodline, and by extension, anyone connected to it. A potential Jacob Fatu versus Seth Rollins match would be a dream scenario for fans. Rollins' high-octane style and storytelling prowess paired with Fatu's raw power and agility could create an instant classic. Moreover, Rollins' ability to elevate his opponents ensures that Jacob Fatu would make an unforgettable impression on the WWE audience. While Jacob Fatu and Seth Rollins exchanged words on social media, the silence from the Bloodline was deafening. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa have yet to comment on the interaction. This absence of acknowledgement could be a calculated move, as the Bloodline's storyline thrives on slow burns and shocking reveals. Fans have speculated on how Jacob Fatu could fit into the Bloodline saga. Would he join forces with Roman Reigns, bolstering the faction after the Usos' departure? Or would he challenge the tribal chief, positioning himself as an outsider ready to take down the family empire? Another possibility is a clash with Solo Sikoa, who currently serves as the Bloodline's enforcer. Solo's quiet but menacing demeanor contrasts sharply with Jacob Fatu's brash and unapologetic persona. A rivalry between the two could showcase their respective strengths while furthering the Bloodline's internal drama. The Bloodline storyline has been WWE's most compelling narrative in years, blending family loyalty, betrayal, and power struggles. Introducing Jacob Fatu into this mix could breathe new life into the saga. Unlike the Usos or Solo Sikoa, Jacob's history outside WWE adds an element of unpredictability. If Jacob Fatu were to align with Seth Rollins, it could signal a dramatic shift in the story. Rollins, who has often been portrayed as a loner, partnering with a member of the Inoue family would be a bold move. Together, they could challenge Roman Reigns' dominance, setting the stage for a multi-layered feud involving legacy, loyalty, and betrayal. Alternatively, Jacob Fatu could enter WWE as a wild card, neither fully aligning with the Bloodline nor opposing them outright. This ambiguous role would allow him to interact with various WWE stars while gradually finding his place within the narrative. As of now, Jacob Fatu remains a dominant force in NLW, but the allure of WWE is undeniable. His response to Seth Rollins' message suggests that he's not only aware of the buzz surrounding him, but also willing to engage with it. Whether this exchange leads to an in-ring confrontation or remains a social media moment, it highlights the growing interest in Jacob Fatu's future. Fans are eager to see how his talents would translate to WWE and whether he can live up to the Inoue family legacy. Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of Seth Rollins' message is more than just a casual interaction, it's a potential spark for something bigger. With the Bloodline saga continuing to evolve, the addition of Jacob Fatu could elevate the storyline to new heights. As fans await the next chapter, one thing is clear: Jacob Fatu is ready to make his mark. Whether he enters WWE as an ally, a rival, or an enigma, his presence will undoubtedly leave an indelible impact on the wrestling world. For now, the ball is in WWE's court. The question remains: when will the Samoan werewolf howl in WWE?